What about you, Lucille? What did you think Shaq would do if he weren't playing ball?
Shaquille is a true businessman. He's a tech guru and he's always dabbling in gadgets and he has great memory. So I can see him heading up a corporation and being able to just spend a lot of time with children on the side. He loves kids. I can see him being a coach in his spare time, but a true businessman he is.
Yes, yes, I love that. So we got businessman, golfer. I love it. So, how would you describe your parenting style when Steph and Shaq were younger? Were you strict on them? Were you kind of relaxed? Like, what was their parenting style look like? Did they have to get straight A's every report card?
Lucille,
Um,
I'll let you go first.
well, you know why I'm laughing. But anyway,
Mhm.
Sonia and I are opposite. We have different parenting style. I'm the easy one. I kind of let my children skate and get by, and I would just be there to. I would say I'm the buffer because my husband was strict and he was very strict, and so I would kind of ease the pain a little bit. So I would say I was more relaxed, and it turned out well because they're even killed, you know.
Yeah, yeah. What you saying?
Well, now you know the answer. I'm the strict one. And no, I mean, if you had to get a B, then all right, then we'll take it. But yeah, I'm an educator, teacher. My children had to go to school at my school through sixth grade. And I'm the head of school slash principal, and then come home, and then I'm driven like that. And so I just wanted to, raising our young Black men, that always was in the back of my head about the responsibility of that. I don't know, I'm getting emotional thinking about that. And just trying to just steer them in a way that would ensure that they would be successful. Because I know how hard it is out there for them. And then with my daughter, just, there was no hope for her. Being my daughter. So, there's moments, even like in the show, where we talk to other parents, and, Lucille will say, we left every interview blessed because, you could see similarities in parenting. And I would go, okay, so I wasn't all that bad after all. Like there was someone else that was doing, another mom. But I look back sometimes and I'm like, did I nurture enough? Or was I just busy parenting? Every day, and instructing as a teacher every day, all the time. So that was a long answer to a very short question, but I was the strict one.
No, no, I know. Thank you. I appreciate both of your responses as well. I actually thought it was going to be the opposite. So that's
What?
but Sonia, that does lead me to my next question. Being that you were such a disciplinarian over your ex-husband, in 2019, he did make a comment saying that he didn't want the Golden State Warriors to draft your son. So being that now he's won 3 championships and all of the other success that he has,
Girl.
4. I'm so sorry. Thank you for correcting me. 4. Um, did you agree with Joe at the time when he said that, or did you kind of always foresee Steph having this success?
Well, we didn't want him to go to Golden State because we wanted him in New York, and they were the next pick. And so we were sitting there, and they were 8th pick, and we were just like, he's going to be on the East Coast. And, ironically, and I laugh when I say this, when Dell's in the league for 16 years, I had no clue where Golden State was. So when they announced Golden State, I was like, where is my child going? Like, and Dell's like, really? You're going to say that? Like 16 years and you don't know? And I'm like, Lord, you're going to take him all the way over to the West Coast. You're going to take my baby and take him somewhere to this never land. So there was, it was a combo of that. We thought New York. We didn't know a lot about, and Golden State had a lot of guards too. And so we didn't know if that was the right fit for him and if he would get to play as much. So yes, we were in agreement of that, but God knows best. And
Absolutely.
look what happened.
Yes, yes, exactly. Look what happened. The rest is history.
History, yes.
And Lucille, I want to give you a moment to kind of address a headline that came out last week about some things that were said about Shawnee People felt that you were implying that you thought that she wasn't right for Shaq. So I just wanted to give you a moment to clear up that. So I don't want anybody thinking any ill will behind anything that you said.
People are gonna interpret what you say the way they want to receive it. We have no control over that. I would never imply that she wasn't the right one for him because I have no knowledge of that. What I tried to explain and answer the question was that I knew how to get out of the way and let it work itself out. And it found, it came to the point where they weren't good for each other. So they parted. And that happens in relationships. It happened in mine. But what I want to say to that is, however you choose to receive it is up to you. I meant nothing negative. And I said, out of that relationship, I have beautiful grandchildren. They forgot to mention that part. So I didn't say anything bad, but people, they're going to reach out for the negative. That's common and normal for them to do that. So yeah. Shawnee knows, Shaquille knows, and I know.
And that's all that matters.
And like I mentioned to you a few minutes ago, Rachel, some things are better left unsaid. And then, even in this interview, it's not about Shawnee, it's about the program Raising Fame. Right. So to even ask that question, I don't even care to answer it, but I will because you and I are having communication. But it's not about any of that. And in all of that, even raising Shaquille to the point where he is, as long as we are mothers, we're still going to parent him. We're going to have our input. And who am I to say that person's not good for you? You got to find that out. So I did say that when I answered that question too. That was something he had to find out for himself. So see how people will pick up the negative and make a story. This is the experience we've been having with media. They pick up the negative, but in Raising Fame, you get the opportunity to dispel all that negative, and we're going to hear the truth from the people that we have interviewed. And that's what I love about Raising Fame.
I love the way you answered that. That was a perfect answer.
Thank you. I knew that, and I knew the question was going to come up because she's out there in media right now, and it's okay. I'm happy for her with what's going on, and I don't have any hard feelings about all that happened between them. Of course, I wish it would have been better, but it is what it is. What we gonna do? We going on. Life goes on. We working, we Raising Fame, we sharing history, we sharing stories, and that's what we're doing today. This is not about Shawnee.
Right. And I want to jump back to Shaq. I mean, like I said, he did have his relationship with her, and I like that you said you kind of, you took a step back. So what advice have you given Shaq just about dating and finding love?
I don't give him any advice anymore. I know my place. I'm his mother. If he comes to me and he asks me what he should do, then I give him an answer. But I stopped giving my input because he's a grown man. He real grown. So I know when to be quiet. I'm his mother. I'm not his girlfriend. And that's clear. Make it plain. So I don't give him any advice. I don't tell him what to do. I haven't done that for a long time. I'm not involved with those relationships and women. Who am I to say anything? Can't say anything. Mind my business. I learned how to do that.